Hey guys, so far I've had a few questions, so I'm just kind of breaking them down by what my questions are. So nothing from part one. From part two, someone asked from 8 and 15, and part three was 11 and 14. So I'm just going to make this quick little video. If you have questions on those, you can watch it. If not, you can at least check your answer for now and see if you're on the right track. So I understand where at number 8 there was a question because this is a factor by grouping problem. So you make your two groups and you're saying, all right, going through the motions here. That's 3x, right? And you'd be left with 5c minus d. And then over here, you're saying, okay, the GCF, I'm going to say is negative 4y. And I would just be left with c minus d. And then you're probably saying, wait a second, Mrs. Sherman told us that these have to match. And you're right, they do have to match. So from this point, you can't do anything. So you would just leave it like that. So sorry about that. I don't know if there's a typo or something went crazy there. But yeah, there's nothing else you can do from there. So that would just be your answer. This one. So this one's a little tricky and I'm going to show you why. So if you start this problem and you're like, hey, I'm just going to go through my steps again, kind of like I just did. Did I write that right? Sorry, I'm just checking myself. Part 215. Yeah. So you're probably saying, hey, if I make this a group of two, like, I guess that's a difference of two squares, right? But that's not going to help me because even if I put like 6x plus 1, 6x minus 1, and this is 6x minus 1, I'm all sorts of confused. So what you want to do is do some groups. So we didn't go into super big detail about this, and you're going to see this more in your review. And there's nothing like too crazy about this on the quiz, but I'm going to just switch up how I'm grouping these. Instead of grouping two at a time, I'm going to group it like this. Wow, I just blew your mind right there. I switched up my group. Exciting stuff. So the reason I did that is I can factor this. This factors to 3y minus 1. 3y minus 1. I'm going to write that as 3y squared. So that's 36x squared minus that. So think if you want to do substitution and replace that with a, you can. So let's just say I do 36x squared minus a squared. That would be 6x plus a, 6x minus a. And then I would go back and replace that 6x plus 3y minus 1, and then 6x. I just totally lost my train of thought. Someone was walking by. I'm so sorry. 6x minus 3y plus 1. There you go. Gosh, I don't even know what just happened in my brain there. But that would be your final answer. Let me just do this quick. If I did it this way, I'm just seeing if it does work out the same. Let's say I did do it with two groups. And I said difference of two squares, and that was 6x plus 3y, 6x minus 3y. And then you just had 6y minus 1. Yeah, I'm not really getting, this is the answer, and that's confusing. So we're not going to do it that way. So it's just grouping in a different way. If the two groups don't work, you kind of have to see if other things relate and go from there. Someone asked on part 3, number 11. Sorry, I'm just trying to follow along with mine as I give them to you. 3y number 11. Perfect. So I'm going to replace the a plus b with an a. You can replace it with whatever you please. So I'm just going to say a squared x squared minus ax minus 6. So that's like making it look better. I think someone had a question because you replaced it, then there was an x squared there, and that was confusing them. I get it. Don't get freaked out though. Just think about factoring. When I split up a squared, it's a times a. When I split up x squared, it's x times x. And then we just find what factors of 6 combined to negative 1. That would be negative 3 plus 2. So don't get freaked out. You can have the a and the x perfectly fine. And then I just go back and replace the a. So that would be a plus b x minus 3 and a plus b x plus 2. You would just distribute that out so they both have the x. So it would be ax plus bx minus 3 and ax bx plus 2 would be your final for that one. I totally just, what is wrong with me? I just lost my train of thought. Okay, no, that was right. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong problem. Okay, So that's that one. Man, after school, no mess. And then you're like 14. What the heck is going on with 14? So what happens with 14 is you have 6 terms and you're like, what the heck do I do with 6 terms? You are going to group. So you're going to kind of go through and kind of just see what things are related. So you have x squared, you have 2xy. But see how that has an xy? So it kind of makes sense that you would include the y squared with that. Just looks like a regular trinomial that we would normally have, where the middle is related to the left and the right. Then we have this stuff left. And I see 4x and 4y, and I see that those do have a GCF. So I'm going to group those together because that 45 is just going to chill on the back end there. I'm going to factor this. This would factor to x plus y times x plus y. I'm going to write that as x plus y squared. I'm going to take the GCF out of this. And then I have that minus 45. What that does is it basically sets me up for what our substitution problems look like. So if I think of that as a squared plus 4a minus 45, that's pretty easy to factor. That would be what, a plus 9, a minus 5. And then you would just plug it back in and replace for a. So that would be x plus y plus 9, x plus y minus a 5. And that would be your final. So those are the questions I've gotten so far. I'm going to try to keep up with them. Just make it that a little nicer there. Please feel free to email me. Just make sure if you do have more questions, you email me by like 1 tomorrow so I can get everything ready. I'll do a quick video after school, after my last period, before I leave for the weekend, because unfortunately I do not have a document camera at home, nor a whiteboard. And I also have like small children, so they don't really let me do work. So get them to me by the end of the day tomorrow. I'm happy to do any of these. I will be posting the answer key over the weekend as well, so you can check that over and see if there's anything else that is pressing. But besides that, just let me know. And I will see you guys later.